dreamed that I was in a vast wasteland. I was searching for the keys to my locker together with Jenny from high school. We laughed and dug in the sand. Suddenly the sky lit up and Jenny pointed to a simple constellation of stars. She whispered in my ear to never forget it. I asked her what it meant, but she was dead and her bones were withered and old. Woke up and never been feeling rather queasy ever since. The constellation of stars. Read an account of a yearwalk by a man called Romedal in an old book I came over in a used bookshop. Romedal's story is little more than a tall tale told by a drunken oaf. Most of them seem to be. Daniel sticks out. It haunts me. Held a lecture on yearwalking. Several faculty members attended it. They ridiculed me in front of the students. Another strange dream. Was doing my homework. Was stressed because the oil lamp was running out of oil, and when it did, the pale horse outside the window would come inside. The lamp burned out and everything went black. Woke up soaked in sweat. Dream. Must remember to buy groceries. Fitted with a box. I have no clue how to open it. Frustrating. What jealous, small-minded, greedy creatures the faculty members are, and they will undoubtedly create small-minded, jealous and greedy students. Don't feel the need to share any of my research with the faculty anymore. They don't deserve to read something that my hand has written. They would not understand anyway. The thought of what is inside that box is like an itch that can't be scratched. I've searched for references to anything about it, but I have found nothing that resembles it at all. Having more strange dreams. Something happened in those woods. Is yearwalking a mere vision quest? Are the visions brought on by lack of light and food? Yes, believe so. Not so sure. Dreamt of the rune stone. Was in the forest outside Wet Top. Mrs. Bowman was walking up to me. I was very afraid. She said that I had been a bad boy and broken the rules. Before I could defend myself and tell her that I did not mean to be naughty, she withered into dust. Found myself in front of the rune stone. The Grimm's eyes glowed at me. Woke up. Find myself thinking of the stone. What does it mean and how is it connected to yearwalking? What did people do in those woods? Do not feel like sleeping tonight, drinking coffee and watching TV. If I stay awake, those dreams will stay away. Could not understand much of my students' presentations today. Must sleep. Someone is watching me all the time. Got an email reminder to deliver the text for the game. Wrote 7 or 8 pages. Hopefully it's enough. Waiting. Don't know for what. Have a feeling that something is on its way. Received an odd email today. Got over 1,000 of these during last night. The emails seemed to have stopped when my inbox was full. Don't know what it could mean. Maybe it's a prank by my students, but they seem too unimaginative to come up with something like this. Don't think it will end here. Is it some kind of threat? Called the priest, told him of my plight. He said that wet top sometimes had a strange effect on people, but it rarely lasted. Do not think he understands. I was going to ask him about the box, but decided to hang up when he suggested I should see someone. Woke up last night, heard baby screams from beneath the floorboards. Panicked, managed to pry up some of the floorboards. The screaming stopped. The Watchers, the Night Raven, the Huldra, the Brewcross, and the Church Grim. There might be others, cannot be sure. Can he disguise himself? Maybe they can read my mind. The Watchers. Because they watch. That's what they do. But is it all they do? Watchers, grim raven, assist. Miling. Yearwork, system error. Yearwalking works, but it was never meant to. It's against the rules. The universe blinked its eye and someone crossed all barriers that are known as time and space. The watchers are watching, but who are watching the watchers? Can you bend time and space? Got in a heated argument with ES. He is surprisingly scornful of my theories. Must remember that he is an old man and he might not be as open to new ideas any longer. He claims that it is impossible to gaze into the future. The future is not set. Nothing happens until it happens. Of course, it's impossible to look in the future according to logic, but I'm not sure they are playing according to our rules. The watchers are more than they appear, and less. They are real, yet they are unreal. They do not exist in the manner that this table and this chair exist. How do I know these things? Are they my thoughts? Am I writing this? I certainly did not draw this, but yet it's right there in my notebook. The box. Watchers or antibodies? Daniel broke the rules, and he was punished. Held another lecture, the last one for a long while it seems. It's been decided that I need a break, but it matters not. I have more important things to do. I've been an idiot. Someone is playing with me. These shapes, it's the same as on the box. Did someone see me take it? Tried the symbols I have received, but the box remains shut. There must be more coming. Woke up last night. The telephone rang. Answered. Could not hear anyone. Hung up. It rang again. Answered. Could hear someone speak on the other side. Couldn't make out what was being said. The voice was too far away. Hung up. It kept ringing. Cut the cord. Bought whiskey. Bought food. People stare. Don't want to go out there again. Too many know who I am. If you break the rules there will be consequences. Wish I had not cut the cord to my phone. Need to hear a human voice. Don't dare to go out. At first I didn't even notice. One of the paintings in my living room has been replaced. It must have happened during the 30 minutes I slept. Can I let my guard down? Someone was here, or something. Will the antibodies come for me? Am I a virus in the eye of the universe? Boarded up the balcony and all the windows. Nothing can come in now, I hope. Shouldn't be possible, but someone was here again. I'm definitely being threatened. There was a knife on my kitchen table. Old, but sharp. I realized that the knife is his. We are connected. The church is central to this, and yet it is not. Perhaps the church itself is not important, but rather the energy of the place. Perhaps the gate is always there, but it's not a gate. Gates are meant to be open or closed. This is a rift in the fabric of the very existence of everything. But why allow it? Why does the universe or God or someone not shut the gate? If we are not meant to do it, why let us? I can hear the heart of the universe beating. What is happening? Feel like a worm under a big foot. I feel the shadow hanging over me, waiting to get crushed. She sings and I shall follow. She is trying to fool me. That I know. But I must get closer to her, because then I get closer to the key that leads to the heart of it all. I didn't steal the box because it begged me to take it with me. Daniel survived all of the wedges sent by the universe. He was lured by the Tempress, brought to innocence to the pale horse, unearthed the parasite, and finally faced the master of them all. But yet he was destroyed. Could it have gone any other way? Was he doomed from the start? Am I doomed? Is the future set, or can it be altered? Must help him. It's the right thing to do. There is a bond between us. Might have figured it out. 5 watches, 5 symbols, which means there's one more coming. So tired, can't seem to hold my thoughts for any period of time. Should probably eat more often, but I must resist. It's important that I come prepared. The heart beats stronger, but I will break it and see behind everything. In the end, it was the nature of man that got Daniel. Must free myself of all desires. That's how they get to you. Can love really be a weakness? Or is it strange? And the poor girl? It just seems unfair. Is there anything I can do? If the future can be altered, why not the past? Am I playing the part of the fool in the cosmic play? And if so, to what purpose? Disconnected the microwave oven, just in case. Feeling absolute terror at the possibility that there is no purpose, no rhyme, no reason to any of it. Why me? The only way I can help him is if I break the rules. It will come at a price, but what do I care if I can rise above it all? Saw her lifeless body. She's beautiful, even in death. Have been crying ever since. It all seems so needless, so cruel. Ready for anything, don't care anymore. It's finally here, the last one. Woke up with this in my palm. Tried to wash it out. It's a tattoo. Tested them in all different kinds of combinations, but I could not figure out how to do it. I must sleep. I will open that box tomorrow. Of course, so simple. Rotate the wheel and release when the symbol aligns with the grim, in the order they were delivered to me. But why was it empty? I thought it was Daniel all along. I thought he was here, but it cannot have been he who sent me the password. It doesn't make sense. If the box was empty, it means it must be filled? I still do not understand who sent the symbols. If it was not the boy, then it must have been the watchers. But why? Are they toying with us? Helping us in some perverse, twisted way? From the get-go, he was doomed. They got him at the very thought of year-walking. But I think the girl can be saved. I put everything he needs in the box and locked it. I will leave it where I found it, where all of this started. If my mind is set on this, does it mean that I am doomed too? The rift is open. It wants me to go through. Packed my things. I wonder if I will come back. The church. The windmill. The cottage. New Year's Eve. Soul certain. It's cold here. Wish I could light a fire, but I must do it right. Surprised how calm I feel. Only hours remain. It's midnight. So we can change the past with the box from the future. So this triangle, then a half circle, Now the square. Triangle. Top aft. And the half base. We did it. The box from the future. Wet top murderer executed. Kristianstad, January 21st. Yesterday morning, wet top killer Daniel Svensson was executed at Kristianstad prison. He was found guilty for the heinous murder of young Stina Nilsson last year. The death sentence has been criticized by the highly renowned Dr. Helmer Lundbeck, who stated that Daniel is suffering from an abnormal speech. He seems to have problems discerning past from present and has visions of terrible creatures, something not uncommon among schizophrenics. Daniel cannot be held accountable for his actions and should be given treatment at an institution for the criminally insane. The execution was performed by Gustav Dahlberg. This was his fourth execution. Last year he was to perform the execution of the notorious Lisa Rasmussen, who was charged with the murder of 4 infants in Wettorp, but who took her own life before the sentence could be carried out. Security has been improved greatly since. Daniel Svensson was composed during the whole process. Besides the slightly shaking hands so common among the criminal type, you could not tell Daniel from any other young man. He sobbed loudly once when he laid his head down low, but quickly regained his composure. A quick prayer and a swift powerful stroke, and it was over. According to the attending priest Kanat, Daniel's last words were, "I should have killed myself, then none of this would have happened." You are long dead when I write this, and I have not yet been born. Yet we have a connection beyond life, death, space and time. The impossible made possible by year walking. But the watchers always win. Even though you're not passed through the rift yet, they sense the urge and they want their sacrifice. I wish there could be another way. I am sorry. But for her there is still hope. You can save her. You know what you must do. The knife.
Oh, the joy, I can see the light.